Hey guys, ZagaTech FX again. In this tutorial, I'm just going to do a little highlight about some few indicators and what moving averages you need to add, and so many other things you need to use to trade. Okay, without further ado, let's get started. Now in this tutorial, with this place, we're going to talk about this indicator and a few other indicators and some moving average you need to add to trade. First of all, this Fibonacci scalping system, which is good and which is awesome, which is also unique in scalping. You can use it in 15 minutes, have a good strategy. You can pick a trade in 15 minutes, you can use it in 30 minutes, you can use it in 1 hour, you can also use it in 4 hours. It all depends on what you want, but it's best used in 15 minutes, 30 minutes. That's why that's why I see it best use of. You can scalp with it, give a signal, pick a scalping trade, 12 pips or 10 pips, pro scalping. Now, having to explain this now, what I mean by high pro scalping is this: you don't have to go for a long trade. Understand? You don't have to go for a long trade. What I mean by scalping, just people want to see profit instantly. People want to see profit immediately. So before you do that, when you get a signal, for example, you got a signal here, or you got a buy signal here. Yes, this is 30 minutes, but 1 hour is buying, 4 hours is selling. That's why you say this. 1 hour is buying, it's in a buy trend, but see 4 hours and day one is selling. You understand? So a very good indicator. You can use that. You can scalp with this kind of price. Let's assume that one lot size is $10. One lot size, which is 1 pip, is $10. I know you guys knows how to calculate pips. So one lot size, using one lot size, that is one volume or lot size, may give you one pip equals to $10. Now let's say you want to pro scalp, depending on your capital you have in your account, depending on your equity you have in your account. Let's say you want to pro scalp, you want to high scalp the market and get out instantly without waiting immediately. Maybe you want to catch at least 5 or 6 pips. Now using one lot size to 1 pip is $10. Now 6 pip is going to give you $60. Now if you want to pro scalp this now, and you got this buy signal here, you see, okay, let's say start from, you got a sell signal here, and you pick the sell. You gave a sell signal, you pick the sell from here. This because you gave a signal on this inverted hammer pin bar. You gave a sell, and this is 18 pips. So if you pick at least 5 pips from there, it's going to give you $60 if you use one lot size. If you use 0.5, it's going to give you 10 pips. We're going to give you some 10 pips. Using 0.5 will give you $30. So yes, $30. So 5 pips. So having 10 pips there, we're going to give you $60. That is it if you're using 5 lot size. $50, right? $50. Sorry about that. Now you want to scalp this again. You got a buy signal here. You want to scalp it. You scalped it, and it gave you 39 pips. You can just scalp it and get out. This is a very nice indicator. You can use it for a swing, or you can use it for a long trade, or have some pips and get out of the market. Let me not bore you guys with words. Then coming to USD Chef, this is another good indicator which many of us have. Maybe many of us have online. It does not repent. This two does not repent. This two does not repent. This two does not repent too. Many of us have it and have tested it and seen how it is. It does not repent. And the moving average I added here now, I'm still going to talk about these moving averages, how you can trade with moving average. I'll still talk about that to enter and exit a trade. Now USD, this indicator doesn't repent. Also this other doesn't repent if you know what they're doing, and it's good. I added this price pattern here. If you know price pattern, you understand what I'm talking about. You see this up arrow, it drops, price pattern, double top, it breaks down, up again, double top, break down, up again, double top, break down, and this forms I still have a triangle, breaks down, triangle, breaks down. So depend all different kind of price pattern here, but this indicator is good. It doesn't repent though. And you have USD card, okay, the same thing with the other one. Then you have this one too, snake. You still have a lot of indicators which does not repent. That's the point. You still have other indicators which do what? Which does not repent. For this example, this one you still can scalp with this indicator. For example, you get a signal here which is in this arrow. You can scalp from here down here 6 pips, you're off. High pro scalping, high lot size scalping. From here, this arrow, you got a signal. From here up again 9 pips, you're out. Pro scalping here, you got a signal. From here to here 13 pips, you're out. So that's how you can use that. Now let me get down to business, what I want to do on this video using moving averages. Now the moving average you see here indicator, if you can trade with moving average, forget about these indicators that have TP1, TP2, TP3 here. The moving average you see here is one is for 144 and another one is 10. You can add 144, you can add 10, you can add other things you want to add there. Now this strategy, you can only you are going to be your own stop loss there, and you're going to be your own take profits there. That's what you need to do. You can be your own stop loss, you can be your own take profits there. So that's the early things you need to know. Now this strategy is cool if you know what you are doing. The red line here is moving average. This is not the moving average you see here. Yeah, I can add custom ones though. This is moving average here also, but I had a custom one I do add here. For example, this custom moving average, add it up. You see input here, this is 13 and simple. The first moving average I added here is 144, which is linear weight. 144. I put it red, which is this one you see here, red one. Then the second one is smoothed, which is here, smoothed, which is 10. So you can trade it when you have a cross above it. When you have a cross, you see a sell signal, you have a cross. When you see this crossing over, you didn't pick it, you see a cross here, you pick the trade, you sell, you hold until you go with it. You can also use it with vortex mode. Then you see another buy signal here. Even if you enter a trade here, you can hold forever. You can hold till you are tired of holding. And whenever you see a little curve or a little trying to reverse, you can take your profit. The same thing applicable to this one too. You see a cross here, so that's why I said you be your own take profit, you be your own stop loss, but you can use your stop loss here and trade. Now this is a normal reverse retracement and other things. Now it went up again, you ignore this movement, wait for this 10 to cross 144. Now there's a crossover here. When you watch, there's a crossover here, and also there's a crossover here. There's a big crossover here. You want up for a buy. A crossover and a crossover, you want for a buy. You hold until you take your profit. Now there's a lot of normal retracement on forex market, which we all know. Now we are taking a look at this again. Now we are taking a look at this. You see that? Now there was a cross here. You see that there was a big cross here, a cross here. You didn't enter because this wasn't a sell. This wasn't a sell. Take note of that. This wasn't a sell because here again, no confirmation. Guys, take note of this. That's why I gave you these two indicators for you to know understand what I'm talking about. This wasn't a sell. Remember in the past, you see a crossover, a buy. Up here, a crossover, you sell. Now this came through again, a crossover. You don't have to take a trade because it's there's going to be consolidation because it has crossed for another consolidation, for another reversal. Now before you pick another trade, you wait for this blue line to cross over the 144, which will give you, maybe it will retrace again, which will give you a good signal to buy. Or if it crosses again, it may retrace back for another buy, for another sell. Take note of that. Then coming here again, a crossover here, a crossover here, you pick a sell, you hold. It went up to this spot, went up to this spot, went up to this top spot. A crossover here was a fake out. It crossed again here. You see this sell signal. It crossed here. You pick a sell. See this one here, a crossover here. You say, wow, this is going to go by. So you can also use this with this vortex mode indicator. You know, you can get it online. You can contact, you can inbox me but you can inbox me if you want, if you need it. So you can add this, you know, to have a good entry. If you get a signal, you can check it out and say, no, this is a crossover, this should be supposed to be a buy. I don't have to enter this trade. Now you see a crossover here again. There was a crossover here, another crossover here, which there's going to be so you can scalp it, and you can scalp this and get out. You can scalp it or hold, because it came to this spot and began to range, which you all see here at over 100, as overbought. Definitely it's going to be a sell, but it began to range at this pattern here. You don't know what the next action is going to be, so you need to have some certain confirmations before you pick a trade. You need to have some certain configurations. You can still configure this indicator, can still configure it, can set up some parameters on it, can use let me use 50, normal 50, 30, okay, no, sorry, 230. Let's see what it's going to show us. Okay, so you can find a way and set it up for your own usage. So you see another crossover, you buy. See, you can set up a few things for your own usage depending on how you want to use it. See a long consolidation, which shows you here a crossover. See this another crossover here. So you can set it up to fit in with this indicator. This is 144. This is a normal moving average. You can add up. You can use these parameters in your classic indicator. You can use. I think I showed you how to use that with the default settings in your classic indicator on your and your Agimat indicator. So you can play around with. As I said, you can play around with. So many things. You can play around with numbers. Understand? You can play around with numbers to understand how it moves. You see that? You can play around with numbers. You can play around with the good numbers to get what you want. You can play around with numbers to get what you want. See a sell. See a buy here. See a conversion full sell. See another buy. See a sell here. Here does not. So you can configure a lot of things for your own usage. You can configure a good entry. You can configure a good stuff you want to use. So let me shift it back to 30 10 10. You can use 50 10 10 or 50 20 20 depending on the configurations. So you configure it in a way you need to understand it, and configure your indicator, your moving average, in the way you need to understand it. Okay, let's say I have 30 10 10 and I have my moving averages like, okay, let me add these custom ones here. I have my moving averages here, 30 red. Let me remove this. Remove this also. You can customize a lot of things. What you would need to have. What you need to have. The way you want to have it. You see? What you need to have, the way you want to have it. And so many other things. I can put 30 10 10, which gave me this signal here, which gave me this movement here. And you have a buy. And that goes offer for a buy. Sorry. This is 30, this is 10. Sorry guys, it's too red. Let me change it to blue for clarifications. Okay, you cross over again. So you can have a lot of settings, parameters, and that suits your trading skills. And that is it. And that's there you go. So you have to play around with some indicators you have, do some configurations, make it work for you, test it on your demo account, trade with it on demo account and know how it is. For example, you will see something like this, you want to enter a trade. No, definitely that there's going to be this is a consolidation pattern, like consolidation and other things you have. This is 15 minutes. You can check it out on 15 minutes time frame and have some full confirmation. Crossover, sell, you sell, you hold, you sell and hold. 15 minutes time frame. From here to here is more like 60 pips or so. So that is it. So that is more on this using moving averages to trade. Play around with moving averages. Play around with your stochastic oscillator. You don't have to rely on what signals that people give you. Use your hand and generate your signals for yourself. Use it. even if you want to test run all these things, you can test run all these strategy testers. You can test run it very well and know how it works. Yeah, you can test run it and know how it works depending on how you want to use it. This is the USD chef, okay, indicator here. You can test it and know how it works depending on how you want to use it. 15 minutes time frame. Collecting data, so this is going to take a long while to run and do other things. So that is it. You can test run a lot of things and you know how it runs. Can run up some strategy testing. So this indicator is good, and other ones. This also is nice. You can this movement here was news here, but this arrow has already shown up before this thing began to do the magic he is doing here. So that is it, and that is the indicator I loaded up here. I still have more of it, but this is the indicator which is this number 4. Yeah, this number 4. Yeah, that is it. That's the number 4 indicator, and I added this price pattern to it to clarify a few things. You see price pattern to it. You can also add few things, add some confirmations if you want to scalp and pick a trade in the way you want to pick it for your own betterment. 15 minutes time frame. You can use it in 15 minutes time frame, which is there's going to be a consolidation here, a sell, a buy, but this arrow doesn't repent. You can scalp with it. Very good scalp indicator. You can scalp with it and get out. You can scalp with it and get out. You can scalp with it and get out. All right, thank you guys and God bless you. This is ZagaTech FX. I think I've highlighted some little highlight about some indicators you need to use and configuration you need to have on them. Still have more of it and some EAs you can use, which is also good. You have some EAs which you can also test out, because though I'm not a fan of EA, you have to know that I'm not a fan of EA. I have a lot of EAs you need to test out, like Black Diamond, I feel Scalper and other things. You need to have Volvox, EA Volvox, Scalping Pro, and so many other things you need to add. So that it is. All right, thank you guys and God bless you. This is ZagaTech FX. This is just a short highlight about moving average trading, which you need to know, which you need to test yourself, and which you need to test some parameters on, see how things work out for you. Practice with it and get a good result. Then you can share it out to others. Simple and straight. We still have a lot of indicators I need to talk about, but for example, talk about this indicator here. We have this what they call it, Harmonic Scanner Pro, like this kind of indicator you see here, which is kind of where see this indicator, Harmonic Scanner, and trend movements, patterns, and you can pick a trade from up and down depending on the kind of trend you have, and so on and so forth. That is it. All right, thank you guys and God bless you. This is ZagaTech FX signing off. Don't forget to subscribe, share the video, give me thumbs up. Don't mind my voice and don't mind my language. We are all learning, and we keep learning, and we'll keep growing, and keep money. Stay tuned for binary trading, volatility index. Bye for now.